Hello everybody, welcome back. I have a question here to answer. Just for you, Jason13 official. You have would love an in-depth on consolidated versus scripted languages. I think you meant compiled versus scripted languages. I don't know what consolidated directly means to. It might be like slang for certain types of other things, but I don't know. I'm gonna interpret this as compiled. Now I'm not gonna go too in depth because I was looking at the Wikipedia articles on these, and I came across way too much stuff, like way too much stuff on different types of terminology from like just crazy things. This is a list of programming languages by type. You have array languages, you got agent-oriented programming languages, aspect whatever, just like all of these different ways to identify programming languages. And programming languages can go under many different types of things. Like right here, we have compiled languages. If you notice, Python is on this list, but it has a little parenthesis to intermediate VM bytecode, meaning right before Python is executed, it kind of does like a little pre-compile almost. It does like compiles line by line in a way. So it technically is a compiled language. Technically, we don't think of it as a compiled too much. But yeah. So we got concurrent languages. There's so many names of stuff. Go and just look at this list of programming languages under like Wikipedia. There's a ton here, and Python falls under like 3 or 4 of these. It even falls under scripting, I think. Scripted, I guess. Languages, whatever. I'll go with the scripting language thing. It has it right here, Python. And that's the one that I mainly work in at my actual job. But yeah, so you have scripting language. What is a scripting language? Well, a scripting language, basically, languages are usually interpreted at runtime rather than compiled. But like I said before, Python technically compiles right before into bytecode. So that's kind of what happens with that one. But yeah, that's basically the difference there. Rather than compiled languages, if you look at it, it basically it compiles, translates to the machine code and blah, blah, blah. And like it compiles everything, and then you can run that compiled language. A great example of like the difference between these two is that, like, for example, at my job, we use kind of both. We use Java and we use Python quite a bit. So Java, you have to compile it down. So whenever I'm releasing a new version of our application, it uses the 2 code bases, it has a Java application, which I get from a Java developer. They compile it all down, and then I can just push that through. Like, it's just a packaged up thing that I push through. Can't really do much within it after it's compiled. But then Python, those changes aren't really compiled down. It's more of like a version, like it's just it's all of the code of Python, and I just push that new version and overwrite whatever is in the current directory that like we're looking at, the application is looking at. That's basically what Python is doing, aka it's not really compiled. We can like literally change a line, and then the next time the application that we run checks that code to run it, we can sense the new code and be like, oh, I'll just use that code. Or it senses it uses the new code. It just uses the new code because we overwrit the old code. So that's basically the difference between the two. Hopefully this is a short description of like compiled versus scripting languages that it helps you understand it a little bit better. Of course, listen to your teachers. Just get the good grade if you are in college and like they're like asking you, oh, is Python a scripting language or compiled language? It's technically a trick question, but they're most likely saying that it's a scripting language and not a compiled language, even though it technically is a compiled language. Who knows? You can go be a smart aleck with them or not. I don't know. I've been tutoring a person that's going to high school, like a Python class, and I already like don't agree with some of the answers that they have in their quizzes. But hey, just do what your teacher says, and then just learn it on the job, because on the job you'll get a lot more experience and you'll understand the real application of the software. So yeah, thanks. Like and subscribe if you want. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll make videos on them like this one, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.